Boom. What's up, metalheads, freaks, and geeks, man? What the hell y'all doing here? Woo! Check it out, man. Hippie's got a brand new fuzz pedal, courtesy of Miss Valerie Bhat, man. What do you think of that? You just go to somebody's comments, you ask, hey, man, I need a fuzz pedal made. Boom. 4 days later, it's on the web. Hey, make an hippie a fuzz pedal. Rock on. Don't get any better than that. Hey, come on out and say hi, guys. Anybody over there? Can I see you? Can you guys even hear me? Am I live? Am I live? Boom, hang on a second. Make sure I'm... Yeah, it should be good, man. What's up, man? Violet, welcome. Miss Valerie Bot's in the house, obviously. Good deal. Francis is 5x5. Got a 1 from Ian. Boom. Ian, if you could put out Miss Valerie Bot's YouTube channel and her website, I'd really appreciate that, man. Today we're here to... I'm here, and Valerie's here. And I'm going to do my best to do a little demo on this fuzz pedal that she made for myself, and talk about the build, what she all has wrapped up into it, what's going on with it. She's going to give us her particulars on what she's going to do with her little business she's got going on as far as making pedals. And if you're digging what's going on here with Valerie's build with the hippie fuzz pedal, she's made a few other pedals for people here in the community. I think she's up to about 4 right now, she said. I think Boomer's looking at a what the hell is it, compression pedal, something like that, for his bass. So yeah, that's cool. Things are looking up. Let's see who we got over here in the chat, man. Boom, 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 boom. I see Rockin' Ronnie Ward's up there. What's up, buddy? Conspiracy Media, Preston Smith Music. Boom. Hey, guys, take that little poll up there that I got up there. Do you dig fuzz pedal at all? Yeah. Ian Luckett. Doug the guitarist. What's up, buddy? Epiphonium. Adam Hoople, Miss Valerie Bhat, Violet's Inspiration Soup. What else we got down there? Adam Hoople. Come on out and say hi, folks. The Falco, Richard, what's going on, buddy? The Padded Pedal Room. Everybody come on out and say hi. There's 24 people in here. I only see like 12 of you. Come on out and say hello, folks. Bugface Music, what's going on? Andy Dawson, what's up, Andy? Come on out and say hi, folks. Boom, say hi to each other. And, yeah. So how's everybody's week been, man? Guys, I have the 907 coming up on Friday, tomorrow. So if you have an original piece of music and you haven't heard from me yet, either by email or by comment, meaning I'll see you Friday, I need some U.S. participants, man. So if you're in the U.S. and you have a new song out that I haven't caught on to yet, please send it to me or let me know about it, and I'll do my best to get that on Friday and stuff. The Hippies Musicians Montage number 100 is coming up on Sunday. Please show up. It's my 100th episode of Hippies Musicians Montage. There's going to be giveaways. If you want to know how to enter in that giveaway on the 100th episode, you're going to have to go back and watch 99. Watch Hippies Musicians Montage number 99. About an hour in, you'll get some instructions on what you need to do to enter. Right now we have about 25 people, so there's going to be one lucky winner that's going to win $100 out of there. And then there's going to be 2 t-shirts given away to the sponsors and 3 t-shirts given away to the community in the form of a Flipside Music t-shirt, Autism Rocks, and Fuzz Lord Effects. Obviously, the sponsors get their choice, and they can also enter into the contest by following the instructions on episode 99. Boom. Good deal. Who else is here, man? We got Rhodey's Jam Cave. What's up, man? What's up, Mike? Rick Hefner. What's up, bro? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing all right, man. Ian's Guitar Shack. What's up? Boom. And Mr. U. Caldwell. What's up, man? Good deal. Well, Miss Bot, are you ready down there? She says, yeah, man. Rock on. We're going to bring Valerie Bhat in here, man. And we're going to talk about this awesome, spectacular fuzz pedal she built for the hippie, man. So everybody put some posies and horns up there for Miss Valerie Bhat. And let's bring her in here, man. Boom.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Valerie, what's up?
All my favorite people are in the chat.
Yeah. Well, I'm over here. Am I one of your favorite people?
You're in the chat too, dude. Don't be
I
jealous.
don't have
I made you a freaking pedal.
Yeah. Nah. Right on. Cool beans. So, what's going on with you, like, in life right now, man? I mean, besides the pedal, what do you got coming up? Anything going on besides building pedals for hippies and stuff?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to build some pedals and work on that. I'm play some music out. Got performances coming up. Trying to build my YouTube channel. So I've got Fridays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I play some music. I'm going to do songs in open tuning tomorrow. That'll be fun. I quit my job 2 months ago. I had a job for 11 years at the same place, and I rage quit. So I'm 2 months out from there, and I decided
I'm going home.
You asked me what earlier, like, what are my goals here, and I was like, I don't know, but my goal is to do something that I enjoy doing, and I make money from it. That's a dream.
Right on.
And so I'm trying to, make more money, performing more, making pedals. I've sold, a handful, but I've made 24 in the past couple years here, and I really
they
like
are primarily for yourself, or just because
my
you
whole
want to
pedal
make something
board.
as a hobby?
My whole pedal board is my own pedals, except for the tuner. I'm a liar because I'm not going to make a tuner. But I didn't even try. But besides that, I've got an overdrive, 2 different distortions, a phaser, a compressor, a delay pedal, a reverb, and a vibrato that are all my own design. And I've also, I've made custom art on all the cases, and they're all
show some of your stuff
done,
up there.
and I have a whole bunch of them.
Show some of them up.
I don't know if you can see them. So this is a delay pedal.
Right on. What's that
The
called?
Persistence of Memory, and it's like a deep blue delay, if you're familiar with that one. I made you a fuzz pedal, a Big Muff Pi. Yours is the op amp version, and this is the transistor version. And I made it. It's got a coronavirus on it. I made it in honor of that.
Yeah.
But I have a really nice reverb that's super spacey, and I have ones that this line I like, of where I've done quite a few that have the circuit on the case, so you could see what's in the circuit. I did both the phaser that way and an overdrive that way.
Right on.
And then these are all hand etched, I'm etched the aluminum with ferric chloride, and this one I've etched but then also painted.
That's nice.
And I've sold one of these as well.
Yeah.
So I made this is my compressor, which is like an orange squeezer souped up, but the one I'm making for our friend is even better. So I'm excited for that. And then sometimes I rehouse things. This is a pedal that it's a vibrato pedal, but I've put it into this jewelry box. So, it's novel.
That's a way to repurpose stuff, though, right?
Yeah, it's crafty.
Right on.
So,
and what's that one then? And what's that one again?
It's a vibrato.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excuse
It
me.
makes it wobbly.
So when you're making pedals and stuff, are you actually copying design of something that is out there, or what's your like skill as an electrical engineer to be able to make this stuff, or are you just flying by the seat of your pants, knowing somewhat what you're doing, or are you just knowing what to do to add something on to something that already exists, or are you just doing a complete and total overhaul of everything you know, or is there what's the method for not really
That is
copying, but you know, getting it
well,
all together?
the schematic itself is are are unpatentable or untrademarkable. Like the schematics are everyone uses the same schematics. Every pedal company, um, like there's only so many ways to plug a transistor in,
Yeah,
and the differences are like the values of resistors. If you use silicon or germanium diodes, um, like how many stages of amplifier, how much clipping you're trying to get. It's all just, values of the different parts. So I really don't know what I'm doing in the sense of I don't have any education in it, but I've been reading a lot of books about it. And um, Brian Wampler, especially Wampler pedals, he's written
yeah,
a ton about like how pedals are built, what the basics building blocks are, and how they're put together. And so I've just kind of followed that and like built them, and then said, pretty much I always want to make everything louder. Um, so
yeah.
whatever it is, it should be louder than that.
Sometimes that's good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least to have
So
the
what do
ability.
you do? See the value of a resistor, and you know what that resistor's supposed to do. So you say, well, okay, I want it a little bit louder. So if I put this resistor with a couple numbers higher on it, it's obviously going to make it higher. So is that how you do it? Is that how you try it?
Kind of. Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's about like the ratio. Like if you change it's the difference between the two resistors. Like, because you always have one that's going to the ground and one that's going to power, and what's the ratio there. Um, so
So how does that work with
there's
like
math,
volume
but
and
I don't actually do the math. I just listen for what sounds
yeah?
good.
So how does that work with volume and tone? If you set a board the way it's supposed to be, how do you know how to adjust that transistor is supposed to put out as a volume pot, or doesn't that really matter
Well, well,
as far as elevating the level of volume or
yeah,
the level of
I
tone?
mean, the pot itself can make a difference sometimes in some circuits. Um, but usually it's like for your pedal, there's there's two main gain stages, and the they're amplified different ways, and it's really the ratio of um, a resistor that's just between two pins. If it's if it, and the gain is just a multiple of that value, basically.
Yeah,
And there's a table of the values, and you can kind of see um, how much louder. But too loud's not going to be good. Um,
yeah.
you
Because
have to have
you can have the pedal clipping at half volume if you don't do your board right,
right,
right?
and you want to be able
So
to use the pot almost all the
yeah,
way. Um,
yeah,
Sometimes, like on my delay pedal, I'm calling it a feature. But if you turn um, the rate up like all the way, and the mix up all the way, and the delay up all the way, it will like feedback and forever, and just get louder and louder, which is a feature.
yeah.
But that's all the way up.
So how many pedals do you have that have more than one function as far as a reverb and delay or
I have
a
a good
overdrive
chorus and
distortion
delay.
mix?
Yeah, I have a good chorus and delay mix. I have a few pedals that are like double distortion. They
Mm-hmm.
just have like have a singular amount of distortion with that when they're on, and then they have a second momentary if you need some extra sustain, a little more volume, for like a little solo. And those are good because the pedal, it's a momentary pedal. You have to hold it down. It doesn't click. So it's a good pedal for solos.
Right on.
I don't have that on my board because I don't do a lot of solos.
I get you. So how long have you been actually trying to make pedals and stuff?
About
When did it
5
spark your
years.
interest?
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I stopped drinking and I started making pedals because I had a lot of extra time
Right on.
that, on my hands.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, oh, don't mind, don't do drugs. Yeah, but
Do
yeah,
or do drugs. I don't judge.
yeah.
In
Don't hurt
Colorado,
yourself. Just don't
yeah.
hurt yourself. Yeah. Oh man. No, I was gonna say, what is your background before that 5 years as far as electronics that said, hey, well, this is an idea, maybe I can go into it.
Oh
So,
yeah, none. I've been an artist by trade, a graphic designer at work, and I also do painting and different things. I like to the metal etching. I also do into jewelry, and so I make a lot of
uh-huh.
earrings and bracelets and things like that.
Sweet.
Um, so I was mostly doing that, and then also I like music, so I was buying guitar pedals, and I bought a guitar pedal that was a very simple splitter, an AB splitter, and I
Yeah.
bought it off Reverb, and it worked for like an hour, and then shit, and I was mad. So I opened it up, and I was like, "What is this pedal?" And when I opened it up, it was like, it's three input
Yeah.
switches connected to
Not
a
much.
switch. It's all it
Yeah.
is, and I'm like, I can't believe I spent $50 on this. This is literally,
Wow.
$6 worth of equipment here, um, it broke immediately. So it just made me like realize like, oh, this is much more simple than I thought it was, and um, I looked up. I think it was a fuzz pedal, but a very not like yours, a very simple old school fuzz, like a germanium fuzz. Those are not
Uh-huh.
those are not very good fuzzes. They're not stable. They react to temperature a lot. They're they're very fussy, and they don't work well with other pedals either. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so but they're very simple circuits. And when I saw that, I was like, well, I can do this. And I live next to Spark Fun Electronics Company,
Right
and
on.
so I ordered like their little kids electronics kit, and I got the book Electronics for Kids, and because really, what am I but a kid still? And yeah, that was it. And now I've since bought a few more books, but really those are that introduction to just resistors, capacitors, and transistors is really all it is. It's a very simple
Right on.
science.
Yeah.
I can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, we got Jade Star over there. We got my
Oh,
nephew,
awesome.
Devin Hornberger. What's up? What's going on, people? Nevaeh, what's going on? Boom. Let's read this survey here. Let's see what we got going on here. We have 38 votes, and 82% of the people dig fuzz pedals. So, out of 38
I
people,
want to hear these 18% of people, why you don't like fuzz pedals.
yeah. Now, for me to use fuzz pedals and stuff, it's pretty much because of Doom, the low, growly, sustain, just in your face. It feels like Velcro ripping your face off. I'm not so much into really the Velcro fuzz, but the ones that are high end, snappy, the kind that just like at the very top, and the ones that are like real Velcro-y and they sound like a chainsaw. Not that I'm not really not in it. So I like the high gain distortion, maybe like of a rat mixed with a, I don't know, I guess you would say a big muff or something like that, but just like a distortion fuzz mixed together. But it has to be, fuzz really need to be, for me, in my opinion, need to be dialable. You have to dial in your tone, what you're going for, whatever tuning you're in, how loud your amp is, all this other stuff. You got to play a very fine balancing act with fuzz pretty much all the time, and every pedal, like everything, has a sweet spot, and you got to be willing to find it with whatever you're working with, from guitar down to amp down to IRs, whatever it is. And that's another question for you. with the advent of IRs and all this other stuff, IRs coming in real fast and amp sims and all this other stuff. Um, what I mean, do you have a good working knowledge of what IRs are and what you're actually competing with? Do you see that as basically a threat, or do you think pedals are going to eventually die out? And if so, why do you want to go that route building pedals?
I just think they're cool. I think, it's like the thing about buying an NFT or buying art. Um, you can own art and have it in your room and look at it all the time, or you can own an
Yeah.
NFT. And I don't know. I think they're kind of bullshit. I like to own stuff that's real,
Yeah. Uh,
but
hands
that's
on.
my opinion only. I think, I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it because it's really fun. I like to work on the pedal design. I like to work on the circuit design. I like to etch the board out. Like right now for this compressor, I'm trying to design the circuit board so it's like the smallest footprint it could be. It's kind of like a little puzzle, and it's just fun.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to ask you. You can design your own stuff and get it all fabbed up and stuff. Would it be cost effective for you to send that board out to a massive manufacturer, have that
Oh
board
yeah,
made or
it
put
would be
out?
cost effective. It totally probably would. It be fun?
Yeah.
I really
Well,
like
I
to
mean,
do it. I mean,
well, if you
I
become this
really like the
big,
part where I'm making it,
yeah, but
and
if you become this big rock star pedal builder here for the community, man, you're going to be like, are you
if
going to
I
have
can
time
make
to do
like 3 pedals a month, I can pay my, bills enough to be okay with how much music I do.
that? Yeah.
So I just want to be able to make some, you know, pedals for people that people want, you
Yeah.
know, that they'll play, because that's fun.
Yeah, you're not looking to get rich or anything like that. You're just looking to pay the bills, have fun, work at your leisure and stuff like that. Or are you actually trying to like, somewhere down the road, become a bona fide pedal builder?
I'm gonna be a bona fide pedal builder, but um, you know, doing the ones I can build at my own pace. I'm gonna try to
Yeah. So
not really
you don't really
scale it.
have, yeah, you don't have like a foreseeable business
I don't want to really scale
kind
it.
of
I just
thing.
want to enjoy it. I want to like have a
Yeah.
good time and make pedals that, you know, on my own. I don't know. I think I'm a little traumatized from my last job, and so I'm like, don't tell me what to do or put me on a schedule.
Yeah. Right on. Right on.
So Andy asked if I use SMD components, and I do not. They are tiny, and I use larger cased transistors and op amps, like the old school size, and they're actually kind of harder to source. But that's kind of the fun of it too, is finding none of the transistors that from the pedals in the 70s, none of these transistors are available anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in Francis's
There's a
box of
few people
goodies.
hoarding them up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, there's a
hoarding them.
few guys
But
that have
besides
them.
that, they're hard to get. So part of the thing is trying to find things that will work to make the same sound.
Yeah. Jade wants to know if you can make a reverb pedal something like the Black Hole or the Eventide.
I'm gonna have to look. I haven't heard that pedal, so I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah,
Um,
Eventide.
but
They're like a boutique
I
kind of
have a
pedal.
reverb pedal that's just trancy. It gets it goes, it's subtle. You can go from subtle to obnoxiously reverby, and that's where I like
Yeah.
to keep it.
You like the
Lots.
obnoxious?
I like obnoxious reverb.
Oh, right on.
Sometimes I'm
With the
trying to
clean.
work at doing an electric show, but I gotta practice guitar more.
Yeah, you and me both. I'm going to demo your pedal the best I can, but I'm sure I'm not going to do it a whole lot of justice. But I think some people are going to be able to figure out what it can and can't do, and they'll be able to gauge this. They'll be able to gauge the actual fuzziness of it, I guess.
Yeah, make
By
sure your
what I
guitar's all the way up. That makes a big
yeah
difference.
yeah that's what I do.
That makes a big difference.
Ian's like, "You're clipping, Jeff." I'm like, "You're
Good.
supposed to clip on fuzz, bro."
Yeah. Everybody Make sure your hand's on your volume.
Right on. Seeing. He's down there. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Right
you,
on.
Jade. You're so sweet.
Right on. Or Big Muff cover. Let's see. Do you see any comments over here, Valerie? Or are you able to see the
I
comments and
think I
scroll?
am. I don't. Keep looking at you, and then I miss. They go by too fast. So
Yeah, I'm paying attention to what you're saying more
if
than
you
in
weren't
the
so
chat. Sorry,
darn
sorry,
good
guys.
looking, I wouldn't. So I missed some
What?
of them.
You're making hippie blush. Oh, what's going on here? Volume is relative. No way, bro. No way. Full bore or nothing, man. Okay, let's bring Mr. Relative in here, man. Ian Luckett wants to join the conversation, so we're going to bring him in here. What? What? Heresy.
No, volume is relative. Gain is additive.
Ooh,
See? Yeah, you see?
you're right there. I like that.
Not just a pretty face. Yeah. I keep trying to convince Hippie that what he's really looking for is clarity across the broad spectrum of frequencies at sufficient volume that he can hear everything, not volume, which is a completely different concept. It's like volume is just.
But I want all that.
Melt the
I
inner
want
hairs
all
on
of
your ear.
everything. I want everything you just said loud.
Yeah, but it will be loud if you got everything I just said. You'll think it's loud.
So I can't have it clear and loud. I just have to have it clear at a certain level.
Yeah,
And then once I get there, that's
loud. You don't need loud then, because then you're not damaging your ears either. So you can have years of listening to great clarity and full frequency.
Granny, go home. Granny, go home. This concert is not for you. Lenny is not your style, man. You know what I mean?
It may be heresy, but I'd rather listen to Black Sabbath on a record than go to a live Black Sabbath gig, and I know this from personal experience.
All right.
Ian be at a rock concert like this.
Now we know Ian is older.
Yeah.
This proved it.
He's only 2 months older than I am.
Right?
Just say hi to Linz.
Yeah, man.
So, yes, unfortunately, I am old enough to have actually seen Black Sabbath live. Yeah.
Lady Red Line. How you doing,
That's
hon?
awesome. I was listening to her today.
Sweet. Linz, how you doing? Hope you're doing all right.
Sorry. It's what Boomers just said. He needs to patent that pop singer attitude gain pedal.
Yeah.
Singa. I like it
Yep,
because
does
it's
it all
pop
by force of
singa.
Yeah.
Pop singer.
Singer.
It's the British.
Aluminium.
Yeah, aluminium. Exactly.
So, well, maybe we'll discuss that later, man. About how much, I was going to talk about the value of everything that actually goes into a pedal, per pedal cost and stuff like that. But if you want to talk about that, that's fine. But if you don't want to, that's fine, because, everybody has their trade secrets about how much their actual materials cost to what they actually want to charge a pedal for a pedal, or what the value, or what they feel the value of the pedal is and stuff, per cost, per work, per hours put into it, design, all that stuff. Is that something you want to talk about, or no?
Well, if I thought about it correctly, I would probably have to charge a lot more if I did it by hour and by stuff. But I'm also, I'm just kind of still like working out what I want each pedal to be exactly. So,
do you have a specific line of pedals in mind that you actually want to crank out a 5 of these, 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 and that's what's for sale?
I have an overdrive that I don't have here. I have an overdrive that I'm trying to make 3 copies of, and I decided I wanted to switch them up a little bit, so they're in flux. But I'm mostly going to do just custom designs, a few where I'll make a one-off and sell that. And if I make multiples, those will probably be a little bit cheaper, a custom pedal. depending on like what the circuit is, it could be like between like 175 and 250, depending on like what is involved.
Yeah.
And
Because you're
you
never
know,
going to get your time out of it. You know what I mean?
no, I mean, well, eventually I'll
The only
get
way you do
faster
that
at
is
it.
in volume. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really just, you know, I want to do something that I really enjoy, and I feel like it's, besides my time, the rest of the part seems to be okay. I'm under, you know, probably not making minimum wage here, but
Yeah.
it's good time versus
You're able to buy
being
more
treated like
circuits
shit.
and
Yeah.
buy a Scooby snack here and there once in a while, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you want to go out and buy a pizza, it's like, hey, sell a pedal.
Right.
pizza.
Well, and it's not my only thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm also performing like 2 or 3 times a month in the local area. So
Yeah, those are paid
doing
gigs and
stuff.
stuff too, right? You're not doing that.
oh yeah, oh yeah, paying gigs
Yeah,
for sure.
right on.
But yeah.
So what's like? What would be like your? I don't know. What's the going rate for a gig? Is it sort of like busking? You play partly for pay and tips or whatnot?
Usually it's also tips, and it's really all over the place. From
Yeah.
you know, $150 to $300 for a 2-hour gig, plus
I know.
tips.
Right on. Boom.
And
That enables you to support and do whatever every other thing you want to do too, right? As far as like making pedals and buying circuits and chips and all this other stuff.
I'm
and
hoping it
cases.
will. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing's feeding another, feeding another, feeding another. You just keep going, try to make ends meet to keep doing whatever
Right.
it is you want to do.
But I feel like it's at least doing stuff that I'm enjoying doing. That's the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I just
man.
spent too long doing crap for other people who weren't very nice.
Yeah. The world's not a. I mean, I just spent $18,000 on the vehicle, and I felt like I got treated like shit the whole damn time. I like there's my primitive hippie, the throat grabber hippie, and smacking him upside the head. Wanted to like, dude, don't you know how much money I'm throwing your way? It's like, and nobody seems to like care, man. Like, you're spending money, putting money, feeding them, basically, paying their salary, and it's like people don't appreciate it. I don't know what the world's coming to, man. Especially when you're buying big dollar items and stuff like that, and people are just like, don't want to answer your questions, don't want to answer your phone, and don't want to call you back. Like, you're like,
One thing
Don't
the world
get it.
isn't coming to is its senses. So
well, that's true. I don't think it ever had any to go to, bro. Yeah.
no, the thing about common sense is it ain't that common.
Yeah, right.
You'd think when you'd think. I mean, when you think about people struggling, like Valerie's struggling to make customized pedals for people, so they come to her and say, "I want a pedal that does this," and with that would challenge you. That would make it interesting all the time, and those sorts of things should have high value. And it's like when you
Yeah.
think about it, a mass-produced something shouldn't really have high value, but we kind of get that all the wrong way around often. But wouldn't everybody just love a car that they went to? You know, so I want this, that, the other. They built them for you. Just imagine what
Yeah.
people would be driving. It would be like an episode of The Simpsons.
It'd be
brilliant.
hysterical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the difference. I buy this coffee that's San Francisco blend dark roast. You grind it up. It's $20 a bag for a 3-pound bag. Holding steady at $19, $20 a bag. Campbell's Chunky Soup. I indulge every once in a while in a can of soup. $2.25. $4.50 some cents now. I'm like, ooh, back off the Campbell's. What's up? It's like it's going nuts out there, man. So you can tell who's
Yeah.
price gouging, who's not, because that 3-pound bag of coffee adds up to, you know, a couple cans, 16-ounce cans of food. I mean, yeah, you got the tear weight of the can, but yeah, does it really cost double what it cost 3 months ago to get it to Alaska? It kind of does, but why doesn't something that weighs this same and this weighs this same, why is one getting price gouging and the other one's not? So I don't know. The world's gone mad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Totally mad.
Yep. But I don't think it was ever sane.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem. We were sane, it wasn't, and kind of got confused somewhere along the way. I kept thinking I was insane and the world was sane.
Boom.
It's nuts.
So Valerie, what else? Ian, ask this lady some questions about her pedals, man. What do you got? I know you got a few
He's just
questions
trying to
for
put
her.
off playing the pedal, I think.
Yeah. No, I wanted to know things like, because I know nothing about electronics apart from kind of what I remember from school lessons, which is so long ago now that it's like, I was saying to Hippie, never trust me on maintenance of anything like that, because I once fixed a bass amp which had blown fuse with a paper clip, thinking that it would take some blowing, which the transformer later informed me it did. So, so I'm not someone to listen to when it comes to things like that. And I want to know how you go from a cold start. I mean, I understand, you can see where the current goes in, there's a switch, and then, okay, I can see that, I can visualize that. But when it comes to things like which diode to use to get, how did you get to that so quickly? Because you seem to have cut out all the stages of learning along the way that I kind of took for granted you needed to do. And I find it fascinating that you grasp the concepts of what these things do. How did you get to there?
Well, some things I don't quite grasp yet, so I don't know. They still elude me, so I'm not sure if I'm there yet. But to me, it's been a long time. Like, I really had to... I really treated it like, I guess, like, school. I mean, like a kid's electronics. Like, what does a resistor do?
And I guess they learn quite a bit in 5 years, don't they?
So, I don't know. And then, like, 2 of those years, I was just in my house for 2 years. So,
so if I said to you, I need a combination of overdrive and delay in one pedal where I can independently dial each one in, kind of just to save space on a pedal board. But I want the overdrive to be very crunchy. You'd know how to, because what I'm saying is, if people watching this at any time in the future, it's like, is this the kind of thing you're interested in doing?
Yeah, that's not that hard to do. It's just putting 2 different pedals into one box.
Yeah.
And connecting their switches.
And understanding how to make an overdrive crunchy.
I mean, you want to make sure it would,
phrase.
You have to put one in front of the other. So you'd be like, I would say the overdrive comes first and then the delay comes second, but who knows? Maybe you want it the other way. You would have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Though I could maybe make it go either way. I guess I could. Yeah, I don't know. That's not even a thing. It would just take a lot of switches. But yeah, that's not that hard a thing, and that'd be fun. One thing is I really like boxes that are this size, so that's one thing. If I make a double pedal, I'd normally make it this way and have 2 stomps on the bottom. Kind of limits you to about 2 knobs, maybe 3 for each, 2 or 3, for each effect. And you would not get a battery in there.
Right.
Then.
Okay, so you can still make it. You can make it small.
Yeah.
What about if I said, and I want my boss's face etched on the top of it, so I'm.
You could have your
stomping on his
boss's face on the top of it, and then his butt on the back of it.
Cool. Okay.
You could have "fuck my boss" right on the back of your pedal. And it's
could we call it anything we wanted to as well? You could just put a name on it, couldn't you?
You can put anything you want.
Yeah.
Anything you want at all. Like my delay pedal I made is like a Salvador Dali art.
Yes, that's yeah.
And I have some different techniques of doing etching. This is done with like a toner transfer. It's a little more delicate. I often do a lot that are like the one I did for you is done with vinyl resist, and so you get like a really solid black, very very solid kind of a etch versus a very delicate distress type of etch.
Yeah. Right. So that's cool. So I mean, if essentially, have you got do you put your own tag on it, kind of thing? Have you got a logo design that you?
I haven't picked one yet.
To sort of promote you.
Yeah, no. No, I haven't. I usually put my initials on the circuit board somewhere, but you can't really see them. They're on the underside. So I haven't decided what I would call myself. Tobias had some really good suggestions, and so
So these are really, really boutique pedal builds. That's what
I'm
that's
yeah,
what you're offering. That's
super boutique.
yeah, that is so cool.
Is that coming through?
That's coming through very well, thank you.
Yeah, that's coming through.
That's a Valerie Bhat fuzz pedal. That's everything at noon.
Oh, that's just halfway up.
Yeah.
We've got that running in the effects loop of an MX5, which is supplying the amplifier. So basically, this is what it's an orange amp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an orange amp. It's got a bit of EQ on the whole rig.
Sustains about 2 o'clock, volume to 2 o'clock, and the tone is, I'm going to turn the tone back, meaning about 9 in the morning. What's it doing when you turn the tone back to like...
It's clipping out the trebles when you turn it down, and turn it up, and it's clipping out the bass. It's sweeping out the bass.
Now, oops, I'm sitting here and I'm not even showing the pedal. Francis, come on in here, bro.
Oh yeah, show Francis. Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
sorry,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Good,
Hi,
how are you?
pedals.
Hey, what? Pedals?
Didn't mean to.
I have no idea what a pedal is. What is it? I'm not called the padded pedal room.
Now I have to
Right
say, in the A/B comparison here, Valerie's pedal wins. I think unanimously. I'm sure everyone agrees that it looks a lot better than the Big Muff.
Well, it's got such a handsome face on it.
It's something you want to stand on. I think it's great.
It's got sustain for days too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hang this thing at like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Just to hang out there pretty good.
When we were trying it earlier, Jeff was tickled pink by the sustain amount, because it's one thing that you've always said whenever we've done a rig creation using the MX5 that you want it to sustain.
It has
like
to
that.
be able to.
Yeah, it's
Sorry. All Doom is basically set out to just drone. I mean, if you're like a drone player, Doom player, stuff like that, you want your notes to be able to just ring out and just like capture whatever emotion it's trying to capture and just hold it there as long as you possibly can and make it as filthy as you can. So that's where I'm kind of going for. But we're going to try everything right around 2 o'clock.
Ooh.
Right around there,
Louder.
so yeah. You might hear some background fuzz. You hear that little hiss? Psh. That's kind of normal, right?
It gets louder the more you turn it up.
yeah.
But if you play, you can't hear
You've got noise coming from the pedals in an effects loop. That always happens. You can adjust your noise gates if you have a noise gate, or if you're using, like the MX5 has one built in. Problem is, if you get rid of the hum completely at higher volumes, it just cuts off your sustain on your guitar because the noise gate kicks in.
I'm just gonna whack the E string.
What guitar are you playing?
PRS 245.
Anybody timing this?
Should be. That's a fairly impressive sustain.
Yeah, we
Still
should have
going.
timed it. It's still going.
Yeah.
This counts.
Ooh, there it goes. I would say that's well into the 30-second range, and that's pretty damn good because most
Where are
only
you
go
at
about
on the
20
sustain knob there?
But it only
about
cut
2
out-
o'clock.
Oh, so you still got more. You could more sustain.
But it only cut out because of the
The
gate,
noise
because
gate.
it would have gone forever.
Yeah.
I think.
It would
Yeah, it
go
would've
forever,
carried it,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah. Well, there's no feedback in this, so will it just ride it out? How do you get the feedback going without an amp or anything like that?
You'll find that the amp model will actually simulate that kind of thing, but it isn't the same as when you do it with a real amp. You can get the same effect, but it's all in how you tweak the volume on the guitar and the speed at which you pick. It's very reliant on that. They're quite responsive, but they're not like a real amp. So the feedback, it kicks in, but it isn't. You don't move it around in the same way. It's kind of weird.
This is what the impulse response to Fuzz would be.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I like the lower tone. Or try it also with the tone stack off. It's got the switch takes the tone stack out completely, so this is
That's basically the switch is down.
switches down
Yeah.
and removes
So
it.
basically he's boosting the mids from what you were saying.
Yeah.
It just
So-
doesn't affect it at all. So it brings out you can hear the mids more because there's nothing happening either way at all.
So when you
It's
put the
completely
switch
open.
down, does it totally kill the tone, or does it leave it where you had it set?
Kills it takes the tone stack. It just takes
Out
the whole
completely.
knob out of the circuit. Removes
So it
the
won't,
knob.
like if I had it at 12 o'clock before I turned the switch off, it's not going to react like you turned it
No.
off, but it's still at 12 o'clock, but you totally kill it.
It's they're just completely independent. When you turn it back on, then it's wherever.
So
it
that
is.
is the tone of that little toggle switch. Then.
Yeah,
So
the toggle switch
basically-
only works. When it's,
That's the switch on.
All right, I like switch on. It is a big difference.
Now you're using humbuckers with the
And the microphone is picking up the strings a tiny bit at the top end. So if you hear a kind of clatter, it's not the pedal. We turned the mic off earlier, and the pedal's tone is quite nice and clean. It's a really, it's a nicely shaped tone, I have to say.
I just turned my volume down a little bit, so.
That must sound good.
Everybody applaud at once.
You got to turn your mic back up, the hippie.
Bravo, felicitations.
Yes.
Great job, great job.
I think it
No,
sounded
but honestly,
great.
That pedal sounds
There's-
awesome, and you're playing pretty damn good, hippie. There, I think it's.
And
good
there's a
too.
lot of play in the tone control when it's active. You get a lot of play between frequencies, which is nice if you're trying to fit it into the mix. It's a nice active control. The pot on that seems that it does quite a bit. You've got a lot of time to find, space to find sweet spots, which I think is true on all of the pots. That we were messing with it earlier, and he was trying to find the sweet spots for each one of the pots, and it's very adaptable in those terms. say good night to Lindsay. Just popping out.
Thanks for being here.
And Andy was asking the question, is there a noise gate on it? And there is a noise gate on the head rush. And what we're doing is we're putting the fuzz pedals in the effects loop of the head rush. But because the head rush is a virtual environment, it doesn't work in the same way that putting them through in the same way as on an amp. You can choose where to put it in the chain. So it basically is putting it in front of the amps in the traditional way you'd put a fuzz, because you wouldn't normally put a fuzz in an effects loop. But you can choose on these ones. So yeah, and it does have a noise gate that the MX5 uses, but it's set quite low. So the threshold is quite low for it.
Okay, and this is Valerie's pedal.
Oh man, I'm scared.
Now this is the Fuzz Pi. Now this is not going to sound good at noon.
Was mine at noon?
Yes, it was. Yours is at 1 o'clock. The thing with the big muff is that you have to really crank it for it to come in. So I'm going to have to bring it to 3 o'clock just to match what you're at about 12. So I'm going to put yours at 12. This is 12 o'clock on these guys.
I must say, when it comes to the blind sound test at 12 o'clock, Valerie's pedal wins, along with the visual appearance. So
If that's a thing, I'll take it.
No, but that is the only difference that you're hearing there is the pedals, because they're both in the effects loop. So everything else, all you're hearing is the difference between the pedals there.
I will say that my pedal is a little different than this Big Muff Pi. This Big Muff Pi is a transistor-based one, and it's got 4 amplifier stages. Mine's an op-amp based, and it's got 3 stages. So it's just a little bit different in that set.
Yeah. Now yours is at 12 o'clock. This is at 3
the
o'clock.
same.
This is at 3 o'clock on the volume. I guess that's 3
yeah, my
o'clock.
volume's backwards.
What's that? Is that 3 o'clock to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
I'm
3
looking at
o'clock
it
to us.
upside down. This is yours at 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to put your volume up to match this one, and they're both at 12.
3's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, yeah. But this is yours. This is yours at 3 o'clock. The same settings that the little Big Muff is.
It's more doomy.
Yeah.
I think the chat's in agreement. Valerie wins.
It sounds weak.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
I totally stole their design. How could it be that much different?
You see, there's some Valerie magic in there. You sprinkled some Valerie dust
Started
over
with the
those
schematic
circuits, and that's
from their
what's doing
pedal.
it.
No.
Yeah.
We have discovered the guitar fairy, guys. It's Valerie. She's sprinkling magic dust over everything, making it just
Right?
sound better. We all know that that's real. Don't say
Okay,
it isn't,
now-
because we know it's real.
This pedal, as we know, most people know that this has to be up. The knobs have to go up in order for it to get any
Right.
kind of quality
Yeah.
sound out of it. So sustain and volume is at 3 o'clock on this one.
Noon.
I'm going to put yours. I'm going to put yours
high
the
sustain.
same,
Yeah, high sustain though.
and I'm going to keep this at the middle. So these are 3 o'clock. So this should push a little bit now that it's at that thing, and then yours is at the same thing. The tone is right up the center. some tone on the little muff. I'm going to try to keep these both about the same, man.
Mine's louder, I think.
So everything's about 3. Yeah, everything's at 3 on the muff.
You might have turned that thing all the way up. It's all right.
Valerie's at the. We're going
This is
we're going
louder.
balls out.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
3. Well, we're going 3 o'clock on yours.
It's got like twice the Satan.
Boomy's just said it's like wimpy,
I
wimpy,
know.
wimpy versus hefty, hefty, hefty.
Hefty.
Yeah. So
Okay, now I got volume. I got the. This is volume. That's sustain all the way up on this one.
Oh, and that's kind of noisy now.
I'm gonna crank everything on the muff.
Oh, you can really hear it now.
yeah.
Mine's not that noisy.
This is cranked.
With the noise of that one compared to the noise on mine, I'm now jazzed.
Now yours is all the way up now. Hang on.
Okay. It's the same.
Now,
Nobody
if I'm
likes
not
it.
mistaken, I'm hearing octaves in there. It sounds like it has, like when it's cranked, it has like a self-made
It
octave.
could have
in it.
kind of harmonics.
Yeah, it sounds like doesn't it sound like it has like a low octave in it somewhere? It's like bringing up the rear of the tone.
You're getting a more full spectrum of the tone through
Yeah.
Valerie's pedal than you are through the big muff, which, sounds a bit like, but it isn't another octave. It's just you're getting the lower frequencies.
Yeah, but it
The big
has
muff
that
sounds
feel
like
like
it's
there's
low
an
cutting.
octave in it. Yeah.
Yeah, with the big muff sounds like it has a low cut or something. It's like
Yeah.
it really is kind of.
Probably depends
It's
on the
quite different.
capacitors that they pick.
Yeah. But I think that, again,
the big muff turned the tone all the way down.
Yeah. You can find a sweet spot on the big muff, I'm sure. You could also find settings on Hippie's Fuzz that don't work. But essentially, I think you've got more control over everything on yours. You've got much more control.
Shut up.
And that's not the
mine.
pedal.
No, that's not the pedal. No.
That's
That's
another
not-
That's
issue.
Hippie's computer.
Oh, I like that.
Now, is turning the tone all the way down the same as turning the switch down?
No,
So if I turn this off, I'm going to get a different sound.
completely. Turning the switch off takes the tone stack out, so it's just the circuit without a tone stack. It's more like your original guitar tone. So depending on your guitar's tone knob, will make a difference on your
Yeah,
guitar.
I mean, I'm almost all the way down, actually.
well, I mean
that's
that's the
about
only.
two.
That's how you would now could control your tone. It's just with your guitar, and not the. I liked the tone stack off when I had the pedal at a lower fuzz. When I was, if you have it at about.
I mean, lower tone.
Yeah, like a little less sustain, lower volume, take out the tones, so you're just kind of more using it as a dirty
Does that bring the
boost.
grunt into it? Like,
No, it's like just more of a dirty boost. It gives. Then I really liked the difference between the tones at a more mid-level.
oops. Right. Right. There we go. Okay. Now, Ian, I put the wind hand preset on. This is not going to play if it's even turned on.
No,
No.
those two pedals won't be in your wind hand rig at all. So it won't matter whether they're on or off.
Now, this is kind of where I want to go with for tone as far as fuzz in a certain genre. Me and Ian dialed this in a little while ago. This is yours, Valerie. And this is
Pretty
wind
close.
hand. It's the wind hand. This is yours.
So which guitar is that again, Hippie?
PRS
It's the
245.
Yeah, sorry, Andy was asking in the chat, and I couldn't remember which one you
Yeah.
picked up. So but remember, bear in mind, we spent about 4 hours dialing in that tone and getting
Yeah.
all the settings precisely as you wanted to hear it.
Which
And
one
we-
did you do first?
Well, we kind of built the amp rig and then added the effects. So we did it very traditionally in that respect, so that it was easy to understand, because that's the only way I can do it. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't figure it any other way. But the main things we worked on there were the EQ, which is identical on both because it's the same rig, but instead of the fuzz pedal we put in the onboard fuzz pedal from the MX5, we simply replaced it with the FX loop. So the only thing that's different in the two rigs is the effect, and we've spent 5 minutes dialing tone. So the thing is that you've got to bear that in mind, that the difference between the two tones is hardly surprising because they're different fuzzes for a start off, and also we haven't dialed
Yeah.
this one in. So
They're very close. I mean,
yeah, but it's
It's
surprisingly close.
yeah. I mean, the little
Yeah.
tiny tone difference, but not.
Yeah.
That surprises me. I'm surprised that's yeah. I'm surprised that my pedal is so much louder than the actual Big Muff Pie. I did not know that. I mean, I knew it was louder because that's my goal.
And if
in
you
life.
want that low end, you just turn. If you want that low end, you just turn it down. You just turn
Yeah.
down that switch, and then you just lower the sustain.
it goes
to
to
get you
zero.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That, it gets you that. Well, without the sustain, when the sustain right now is like 10 o'clock, and the volume's at 12 or like around 11, but that gives you that low end, nasally kind of mid growl to it. This is Windhand. This is yours. I hear more clarity in yours.
Oh man, that's awesome. I saw one comment, and I just want to point out that I also have knobs that go to 11.
Right on.
So if you do need a knob that goes to 11, we can do that.
I love the future proofing concept of that, because you could also do knobs that go to 12.
They're just knobs. You can put whatever you want.
It could be too louder, guys.
That was the Windhand pedal. This is Valerie's pedal. got a lot of. It's got more boost than most normal pedals do. Doesn't capture a whole lot of low end, but if you turn that switch off and you lower the sustain on it a little bit, it brings in that bottom end that you really want.
Turn your mic up a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, bear in mind also you very rarely hear Fuzz without a bass guitar behind it or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's a little
See,
bass there.
Yeah. That's why I find that you can turn it down with the knob and it doesn't quite get that girthy bottom end you want without getting too muddy. But if you do it the other way, if you flip the switch and turn the sustain down a little bit, it gives that to you. And if you crank the volume, the more splattery it gets. And the more you turn the volume back, the more clean the actual tone comes. So you get that splatter. Turn the switch on.
I like it without the tone switch too. There's a lot of room there. I almost didn't put that on there. I'm glad I
Yeah.
put that switch on there. That was last second.
Well, it does wake up the pedal when it's on, man. It really does.
Those options are cool. Even on your other distortion pedal, where you have the switch on it, you turn the switch on. I like that.
Just
No.
not in this, not in the build. No, the only thing that's in here is an effects which controls your pedal. Basically, it takes your pedal and puts it in the MX5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I'm just I don't know. Just sounds like compression. It's good balance. Just a little, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Like
amp itself, the amp is emulating obviously the orange amp. So if the orange amp does compress the sound,
It probably
the
does. You're
emulation
right.
will do it as well. So
Yeah.
if you're hearing it, it's because it's emulating it, basically.
That's probably what it is.
What Hippie's saying is we didn't add, because you can add a compression block.
You can add,
Yeah.
but you didn't add extra compression.
No.
I like it. It's got good.
Well, I had reverb
solo
on the whole
notes.
time, so I'm just like, that might have been where I was hearing the octave coming in, which was reverb on underneath it, because that's what I had.
I don't know. I can kind of hear what you're hearing when you have the.
You know what I'm saying? It
Volume
sounded
up.
like there was like a little
I
bit
know
of an
what you
octave
mean.
underneath it.
Yeah, it does feel that
That's
way.
not a bad thing.
No,
It's
I
not
like
a bad
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Now, see, that sounds more grittier without the reverb on.
Oh.
Do you hear it?
Yeah,
Do you
it's a
hear
lot
it?
of reverb. Mm-hmm. I love reverb.
That's without it. You can hear the difference, right?
There's a difference, yeah, but I don't hear an octave, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it makes it the harmony or the octave you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying it was colored when I had everything
It-
really up high.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just pulling the reverb into the mix and it making it sound a little octavey or a little cavey.
Yeah. Definitely could add to it.
Everything at 3. You can hear that reverb in there. So everybody over there that's digging this pedal and is maybe even thinking of buying one, put a 5 over in the chat, man. I mean, you heard from its counterpart, the little Big Muff, which is basically the Big Muff Pi, which is what Valerie's pedal was designed closely after. A little bit of a modding here and there, a little bit of switching of the circuitry and stuff. Extra Satan. Yeah. Right on, man. We got Boomer over there. He's interested. Adam Hoople, he's
Yay,
interested.
You guys are awesome and very supportive.
Right on. that's as much justice as I can do the pedal, man. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can do it far, far better than me, Valerie. But for what I like and what I do, this is something I'll probably put right at the front of the line and play with a lot. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass because that ain't my style.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Dog Paw was asking how much. It's only 6 easy payments of $99.99.
That's cool.
Leave
yeah,
us
you can
your
continue pay me.
yeah, leave us your social security number, and we'll get back to you.
And your bank account number.
Bank account
And
number.
password. Yeah. We promise not to sell that information on to any third parties.
Right.
So you guys are digging that pedal, man?
Sounds good, man.
Valerie's smiling. Welcome.
I'm afraid I had to go and sort
Vivian?
out some drastically low blood sugar issues, but I did catch most.
Yeah, bro. Go
Glad
for
you
that,
got it.
man. Right on.
I didn't see you disappear, man.
Are you heading out, or are you coming in and sticking around?
No, so I can stick around for a bit.
He's eating, man. He's good.
No,
Right on. Cool.
chocolate cookies. We're fine.
Folks, this right here is the Valerie Bhat Hippie Fuzz, custom fuzz pedal made directly for the hippie here. She has the circuit down pat if you're enjoying what you heard as far as my playing style or whatever it is I do. If you were able to grab some tone out of that and understand what this pedal's capable of, go ahead and talk to Valerie. All her stuff's down in the description, man. And if you want something else built that she's capable of doing, she'll let you know. And maybe you guys can work something out, and maybe you can get a Valerie Bhat pedal yourself, man. Rock on. Valerie, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. You're a treasure, man. Thank you, thank you. Where's everybody at? What'd I do?
There I am.
Hey. Right on. Here
I'm
we
so
go.
glad you like it. I'm glad it made it to you in working order. I was really, really worried about that.
Yeah, we were gonna tease you a little bit. And
Yep. And it kicked it kicked electroharmonics butt in the side.
I think it did, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to process this, but I'm pretty jazzed about that. I wasn't expecting a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
But
Well, I have to admit, we did, Jeff and I, we did do a slight test beforehand, just in case.
I'm so glad you did.
Just in case.
He told me he was opening it on. I was like, oh no.
No, I think covered in glory there. That was.
I read your little inscription in the back plate, man. That was awesome. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the letter you wrote me too, man. I'll hang on to that, man. So I imagine you'll do this for everybody. You'll send them a little custom letter.
Well, I got to tell you
thanking him
how
for
to
the-
use it, how the pedal works. Those are my
Turn
instructions.
the knobs, crank it up. Yeah.
Well, I do little things. If it has a battery in it, then I like to make it where it's the switch is whether or not it's plugged in. So it will not work when it's not plugged in, and that preserves your battery.
Yeah.
So that it lasts longer.
But you have to
you know,
unplug them, right, in order for
so
the
you
battery.
have to
to
unplug it, right? If you keep it plugged in
Right
all
on.
the time. But you know,
Right
some
on.
people don't like batteries, and that's good too. Put
Yeah.
more stuff in there. Got lots of different colors of LED, which I found people really like different colors.
Yeah.
A myriad of colors. And
Right
I've
on.
also, things like I like the design the pedal
Problem
too.
is,
What
for
knobs
Doom,
they're
you
using.
need a black LED.
I don't have a black one, but maybe
Sit-
I could paint it. I could dip it in something.
Something that sucks
Yeah.
the light out of the air in front of it. That would be good. Yeah.
I do
Well,
have
there's
some
like-
nice bicolor ones, which will turn like red and green depending on.
Oh, right. Oh,
What
that's
you've got
funky.
on.
Yeah. hmm
Well, if you could take just a little bit of like you take a Q-tip and put a little bit of alcohol on it, and then take a Sharpie and color the whole diode or whatever it is black, and then just take the alcohol and just lightly take touch off some of the black and stuff, because the alcohol will take the Sharpie off. You think?
Maybe.
Okay.
Might also just be dark.
Yeah.
Purple.
just
Purple
dark.
is good. It's very dark.
I like purple, man. Purple's awesome. Right on.
Black
Although-
button
yeah.
on a black background that lights up black when you press it.
Yeah, I guess you could always put a film over the
Oh, you know what you
LED.
could do? You can use. They have a special paint for car car lights there.
Yeah.
You put the shade. When you want to make, because they used to sell like these covers. They used to go over the lights and stuff, but they had paint for it too that you can put
Yeah, I
over
get
the
the
actual
paint.
plastic of the light so that you can have them. It looks like shade. It's not legal anymore, but yeah, but they still have them.
Legal.
They still sell that type of paint.
Legal schmeagle.
No, for an LED,
They used to
it's
do
fine.
that during the war to cut
All
down
right,
the glare.
I will
from
try to
headlights.
have more evil LEDs.
Yeah. And I quite like the idea that that it's the big daddy Satan pedal. This one, whereas the big muff was like it's your average side gobble you up Satan. This is like staring into the big daddy Satan's face. This is like
It's the son of Satan, and hers is Satan.
yeah, yeah, the big guy.
Satan's grandpappy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it plugged in and play with it later.
There you go. Call it the Saturn.
So now that you made the pedal, you had time to think about it. Is there anything design-wise you would like do differently on a pedal, the same pedal, a little bit differently? Like moving the buttons around, moving this around, the layout of the design, the sustain, the volume, anything graphically or anything mechanically? Is there anything about the pedal that you would actually change? Or anything inside the pedal that would, you maybe had an afterthought of putting something else in?
Well, truthfully, so yours was kind of like I pretty much had it all done and all ready to go, and then I thought, what this needs? A switch to take this tone stack out. And so that was a bit of a figuring out how to put that in at the last minute. I don't know
Yeah.
what you think about where it's placed and what, as the user.
Yeah.
But that was, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think I like to make, I would not make another hippie fuzz exactly like yours for anyone else, but,
Right on.
Yeah. Maybe a
No.
tribute hippie fuzz if someone wanted one.
Yeah, no.
But they'd all be unique.
Yeah. Right on. Hippie broke the stream. Uh-oh. Everybody quit the hippie. Did somebody else go live? No worries, man.
Did something happen?
No, I don't know.
No, it looks good.
Yeah. So, I got my 100th anniversary thing coming up. There is a contest. I don't know if you entered it, Valerie. But yeah, you can get $100 towards some diodes if you actually win the contest.
I'm hoping whoever wins decides they want to spend that money on a pedal.
Yeah, spend it over there. Spend it on the hippie pedal. Shut up. I think it's my USB port board in the back, man. It's just something's loose.
So yeah, Jeff was telling you how to enter the competition.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
her the word. The dog
Oh, yeah,
was
so
asking
how-
you to tell her how to enter the competition.
Yeah, you need to tell
The
Larry
word.
how to enter the competition.
Yeah.
Hashtag?
I
You
thought
have
it
to
was
send
gonna
me a
be-
hashtag.
I thought the original was just the tippy hippie. That was not the winner.
No. No,
Oh.
but just the tip. Just hashtag just the hip in the subject, and I'll put you in a folder with the rest of the people. And on Sunday night, when I get about halfway through the list of playing the people that are on there, I'm just going to pull up a little spin wheel thing that I have, a little Java wheel that spins around with people's names on it, and boom, lands on somebody's name, they win a prize. So I'll do the sponsors first, and anybody that donated this month, we'll spin the wheel, and whoever wins that gets a T-shirt of their choice from Fuzz Lord Effects, Autism Rocks, or Brain Fart, Flipside Music.
Flipside.
Yeah, and the people out and the sponsors are eligible to enter too, but you have to enter if you're a sponsor. You have to enter with the hashtag, and
He's
you
serious
get
because
put
I've
on the-
emailed him like 8 times today, but that didn't count. None of those counted.
What? No, you gotta put.
I
just
gotta
the
put
tip.
hashtag
Yeah.
just the tip
Just the hip.
and not just the tippy hippie. Which
No, No, you gotta put it.
I
You
voted
gotta
for it.
put it verbatim.
Made me laugh first.
Oh, did you? Oh, did you do that, or did you do that after somebody suggested that?
No, it was early on. It was Ian.
It was actually the first one, but
right.
you weren't
It was
watching
the
the
first
screen.
one.
Exactly.
Oh man.
We were sitting in the chat room like, Hippie didn't see it.
It's
He
fine.
didn't see it.
That,
He
that
would've
would
laughed,
have been
man.
bad. It would have been bad. It just made. I just.
It
did
would have
off
been.
the
It's
cuff.
good he
It
didn't
would've-
see
yeah.
it because it'd have been
Yeah,
just
'cause-
over
Yeah,
immediately.
because we got a whole 20 minutes out of that.
We
section,
did.
so we can just-
Hey, Aaron.
What's
Yeah,
up, Aaron? How you doing, man?
It's hard to look at the chat and when you're on. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
you just end up looking cross-eyed when you watch the playback because you keep going
Oh, yeah.
like this all the time, and then trying to
Sometimes
look
I
up in the
get dizzy,
direction
man.
of
I
the
tell
person.
you, and I'm like, shit, I'm getting dizzy, man. The chat's going so fast, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad so many people are here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good
No, it
people.
is, man.
I'm guessing they're not the 18% that don't like Fuzz.
Yeah,
so-
probably not.
Well, one was
Yeah.
Jade, so let's see.
All right.
If she
Jade,
changed her mind at all.
I don't know if you saw, but she was saying that she definitely wants to support you and will consider getting a custom pedal made for her.
Yeah.
I had seen that in the chat way earlier.
I love that.
And I think the Dogpot said something about if you made a modified muff pedal, like a metal muff, he might be interested. Yeah,
More metal.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Metal
I
muff.
think we can do that.
Metal muff's pretty good, or something, any rat design, Proco rat or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
But
I
without
got
the noise.
yeah, without the noise.
My one like this is like a rat.
Can you do that? Can you add yourself a little, either a switch that would or like a dip switch in the back, or like a tone or a screw in the back underneath the thing, where you can like take your little screwdriver and it's like you just have to play it while it's plugged in, and then you just tune it in with a little screw. Because I have my this MXR has a little switch right here.
Mm-hmm.
You turn that on, but in the back, you take off the back, and you turn. There's a little screw that you turn to set your gate at. So when you do that, every time you turn on your gate, it's going to gate everything at the setting that you have it at. So if you use this pedal a lot for one certain tone, you know where it's going to cut off. So you have like either a dip switch. Can you build a built-in, I don't know, I
Noise
guess
gate.
you would call it an
They're
attenuator
noise
or
gate. Yeah.
or a noise gate.
Well, yeah, I think it's just adjusting the trim pot. It's probably just adjusting the transistor source.
Yeah.
Which is pretty common. It's and that's some of my pedals have a trim pot. It's that part where it's hard to get to. So it is like you have to take the whole back off and
Yeah.
to get
That's
to
the
it.
same thing with that
And
one.
for the most part, it's like unless you shouldn't really have to deal with it. I do like the idea of having just kind of a noise gate in the pedal itself.
Yeah, for higher
could
volumes
help.
and stuff, to help you out with that.
But I don't know if that would be complicated if you had like more than one noise gate either. So it'd be good to try that out.
You know who they have a design already. Electro Harmonics has, it's like a deluxe muff, I think, or something, where they have a noise gate built into it already.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Yeah. If it just depends on how many extra parts it is.
Yeah.
'Cause I definitely get to like a limit where I'm like too complicated.
There you go. There could be a slogan
Thomas.
or slogan for you.
Buy a mod pedal, you dipswitch.
But I think the AB demonstration also pointed out that whilst you're always going to get noise off pedals, unless they are, sort of designed to not do that, that nevertheless the noise actually is not high level on your pedal. It's not actually on, it doesn't interfere. So
I thought it was about the same when they were turned up, like at the same volume level, which
yeah.
mine is
But
hotter.
Yeah.
So
you do. That's just the territory pedals
yeah,
fall into.
I thought mine might be noisier, but I was happy that it was very similar.
Yeah.
I have a Digitech pedal, so I'm just as I'm bad.
Now, to be
I
fair
do.
to the,
I have like
to
a
be,
whole bunch of pedals. It's pretty fun. I gotta tell you.
yeah,
Knock
to
that
be
thing
fair to
around.
the little muff, to be fair to the little big muff and nano muff, when it's into when you plug it into an amp, it's a whole different animal compared to what you're getting over here on the MX5. I'm sure I'm sure if I plug this into my orange amp, this thing right sitting right here, and just cranked it, it would be a monster. And this thing's a monster too. But yes, like I said, you have to crank it to get anything out of it. You know what I mean? But the tone you get with the nano muff cranked, it's an awesome tone. This one here, cranked on an amp, we'll have to check that one out too. I think, can I feed my simulated amp sound or whatever's coming out of my speakers from the back of the out to the my Black Star into the MX5 and then get an exact speaker emulation tone?
If you want to send your pedal board to your
No,
amp, you would.
no. My amp to my. I want this pedal to go into the back of my amp from my amp, and then I want my amp to go into the MX5 in.
It'd be too much, I think.
No. What you do if you wanted to hear the MX5 effects with your amp and the muff, but in a traditional signal chain, you could use the MX5 and just turn off the amp and cab simulation. Just turn them off in your settings, and then it'll just be the other effects in whatever sequence you put them in. So you could put that after the fuzz pedal or before it, depending on what effects you've got and where you want them in the signal chain. And then you plug that into your amp, and then you've already got your amp and cab then. So.
Oh, right on. Awesome job, Valerie. Where's that? Yeah.
Yeah, good night, Adam.
Right on, bro.
Oh, no.
Good night. Thank you.
Somebody buy Digitech?
Yeah, I didn't understand this. It's Samsung, says Preston.
Really?
I didn't. Yeah, I'm behind. Oh,
Oh,
we're not
racist.
sure. Maybe a guitar company.
Well, I got the Digitech drop. That's the only Digitech I got, man.
I like Epiphonium's comment.
It's the only Digitech pedal I own. It's a Digidrop. Basically, I could have took your pedal, Valerie, plugged it into this, and just kept lowering it octave by octave by octave, or just take it from like a D standard all the way down to drop B or something like that with this thing. So
Those are
then I
fun.
can turn my guitar into an actual bass with whatever your pedal is. So if I drop it down an octave, I can just turn your pedal or my guitar into a bass with this thing, basically.
It says that Harman owns Digitech brands, but it says that they're considering discontinuing Digitech and DoD.
Probably because you've got all the transistors in a box in your room.
Yeah. Do you got anything in your box, Francis, that anybody would be looking for?
I don't know, man. I'd have to check, man. Well, I have a bunch of chips. I got a bunch of Bucket Brigade chips that I bought. I got how many did I buy of those? I don't remember. I bought them in 2012, man. I was gonna build a whole bunch of pedals, and I never did. I only built like one, I think, or something. But I have a bunch of IC chips, and I have resistors and diodes. You can get those. They're like pennies. They're like
Those you can
10
get.
cents,
Yeah.
10 cents. But I have a whole bunch of different types of resistors, diodes, capacitors, and stuff. But the important chips that I have are basically the main, or the Bucket Brigade chips that I bought, because I wanted to make some choruses and flangers and stuff, and maybe some analog delays and stuff with that. But yeah, those are probably the only chips, because they're hard to come by, those chips. Well, the original ones, anyways. But yeah,
Yeah.
they stopped making them a long time ago.
Yeah.
Panasonic, I don't think they're not making them anymore. Or
No,
are
I've
they?
been moving to like a 13700 for delays instead of like a 3027 kind of broken, which is. I think I made my phaser out of those.
Boomer Francis has stuff in his box.
So what chips are you looking for, Valerie, that are not that readily available or are going to be very hard to get in the future?
Well, even
a
the
lot of
ones on
people
yours
need
are
to
yeah.
build.
The
pedals.
4558 is what and there's an LM741 and a JRC 4558 in your box. And those are both kind of hard to come by. I think you have I have maybe 2 left of each. But there
What
are
do they
very
usually go for?
similar other
similar ones, yeah.
amps, like the LM741 and like TLO72. They're fairly similar. It's just how much you would just change like the resistor values to power, basically. But they would probably sound the same. But there's something, I don't know, good juju about old parts. There's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Aaron. I'm thinking fish and chips.
Fish.
Ketchup chips, man. Ketchup chips.
Yeah, no, different. No, fish and fries. Okay.
Fish and
chips.
fries.
Yeah. Big, thick.
We
thick
call them
fries,
fish and chips
chunky.
here, even though they're fries.
Oh, cool. Well, yes, civilization has extended to the new world.
Yeah,
Oh,
they call it fish and chips here. We expect fries, but it's the only time. Otherwise, it's always fries.
So
Freedom fries.
what is the difference between chips when you're talking about the ones that are
what
hard
we
to
call
come by?
chips is crisps, what you guys
Yeah.
call crisps.
No, I'm
okay?
talking about computer chips.
Oh, computer.
I'm back on that one. It's keep up. So with the computer chips, when you say that they're getting hard to come by, does that mean that there's kind of is there an essential difference between it? So much so that when they stop making one, you kind of thinking, how am I going to get that?
Oh yeah,
or
there's
is there
some
not,
that I'm
you know-
sad about that I'm. I just know I'll never be able to make this pedal because I'll never, exactly like it sounds. Like, will I be able to hear how this pedal sounded exactly? No, because there's just no AC 148 transistors left in the world. They're all gone.
Right.
I don't know where they went. But right now there's both most of the parts that I'm using, the issue is not so much that they're not made anymore. It's that China is shut down. And because of the pandemic again. And so all the port cities are not doing anything. And there's my major supplier is out of Thailand, and that's working okay still, but it's still pretty slow.
Where do you get most of your material? Do you get it from online? I mean, do you get it from a specific source that a lot of people get it from, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of places online. I get a lot of small parts from Thailand and a lot of from one supplier. They have a base here in town, so it's a good deal.
So the
Yeah,
markup's not that
you have
bad.
to shop around knobs. They're instead a different place, and
Yeah.
I try to buy in bulk, so I have a lot of stuff.
I like to see some black chrome. If you can make a black chrome pedal.
Well, you could do it opposite. I could etch the whole thing and then just have a little bit of silver, the silver showing through, and etch be most of the case. Do I have one like that? No.
Just mention here to Aaron.
Oh,
and
Aaron.
there might be some other people that are just joining. Yes, Valerie makes pedals. The Hippie Fuzz that you see there, Valerie made it for Hippie, and she had another pedal in her hand and stuff. Valerie, she builds pedals. She's making some custom pedals. Actually, Aaron, he talks gear and stuff like that. It might be cool if Aaron would actually have you on as a guest to talk about your pedals and stuff. Maybe he can
I
help
would love
push you
that.
also.
Yeah, believe me, it's a fine fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I love that.
Aaron,
Anybody who wants to talk about it, please let me know.
Right on.
she's just getting started, Aaron. You can give her a hand there and talk pedals with her.
Right on.
Can you make the... Ooh. That's a good idea to make the pedal... Yeah. That's a good idea to make them look more like horns.
Find yourself some little devil horns or something you could stick out in it. It'd be like sticking up off the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta kind of put my head right where the horns would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been-
So if you have
Smaller head. Less of a big
smaller head, readjust the hole spots and have right here these
And it
These
needs
two?
shades. Like I said, needs shades.
Two LEDs, one in each eye that glow.
There's me with there's me with shades, and does that look like I got shades on?
Almost. Kinda.
See, look, Valerie. Aaron says it would be great, so maybe you can I can maybe send you his email, and you can maybe hook up.
Yeah,
and see.
please do.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about it at the beginning, but I just got into building pedals about 5 years ago, and I've made about 24 of them, and then I've sold about 5 of them, and then I'm trying to sell some more of them, and
Right
but they're
on.
all very basic analog kind of pedals, and I'm doing the whole thing, like designing the circuit and the circuit board, and drilling it all out, soldering it all up, and designing the case art and etching it out.
Actually, Aaron, go check Valerie's channel. Ian, could you put her link in the
Yeah,
show?
yeah. hang on.
Aaron, go check out her channel. She actually showed the whole process of when she made the Hippie Fuzz.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you see her doing everything. You see her etching the copper-clad board. You see her doing everything. The whole.
But sped up, so you don't have to watch
Yeah.
the whole thing. Yeah.
But it's cool because I enjoyed that because I'm into electronics and stuff, you know. But I mean, it was really cool to see you doing the whole process. She even went through the whole circuit. Are you going to go show the?
That's like Inception. This is really cool.
Holy shit, man! Look how many. Of us
I
are.
love it. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh my god!
Yay.
Shared the wrong damn thing, man. Hang on.
It's going on.
That was awesome.
Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
over in
shared
the
wrong.
chat, there's all the links there to Valerie's YouTube channel, her Instagram, Facebook page, and also to her website.
What the hell is
So-
going on?
You can get in touch with her through pretty much any of those.
What are you doing, Jeff, man?
But yeah, it's worth
Yeah.
looking, especially worth looking at some of the builds. They're really interesting.
What's going
I shouldn't be doing this, man. I'm like wondering why.
Well, they can watch it on their own time. It's like 20 minutes long. It's not something you should watch now. But yeah, it's it's right on. It's pretty close to the top of my page there.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
StreamYard is doing
there's
something.
only
it
one
ain't
other
supposed to be
Valerie
doing.
Bhat in the whole world. There's me and another Valerie Bhat, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it Valerie
so
Coleman?
It's not. No, she's Valerie Arnold Bhat. So Hippie somehow got that my last name was Coleman. I don't know. He started emailing some other Valerie named Coleman, and I feel like we should write and apologize.
Oops.
No, I mean
She's
I don't know
probably
where the
wondering what
Valerie
hell you're
Coleman.
talking about.
Yeah, I don't know where the Valerie Coleman email came from. So I'm like, well, did you email me under your maiden name or whatever surname or whatever? And I'm just like, is this you too? Is this one of your older emails? Because I didn't know
No.
what. I never heard of anybody Valerie Coleman emailing me before, but I'm thinking now I know who it is. It's somebody that I think it's somebody that donated to me and responded to my email from a PayPal response that I said, well, who are you? So it's somebody's wife here in the community that
Well, that's
donated
awesome.
off of their PayPal.
I love Valerie.
Yeah. But I just, when I enter the VAL, it comes up yours, the bot, and then Valerie Coleman. I'm like, is this both of these your
Poor
emails
Valerie
or what?
Coleman.
Yeah.
Getting my emails.
Valerie, if you know who you are and you're watching, hey, how you doing?
We'd love to know you. Sorry about the
Yeah.
emails.
Yeah. I don't think I sent her anything. I'm just like, I figured it was you,
Oh,
so I was
okay.
like, you had 2 emails or something.
No, I just have the one, and also let me put it in here again. Oops, let me spell it right.
Yeah, for some reason it's not allowing me to share links tonight, man. I don't know why. I hope that's not a problem tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you want to try one of us sharing it?
All right. So that's my email, too, if you just want to email me about it.
I got
And that's the only email. There's no other email.
Yeah, no Valerie
It's
Coleman.
just the one email.
Yeah,
All my spam mail goes there, everything.
right on.
I got to tell you, Valerie, I was impressed there. You're quite, you're well equipped. You know, when I was watching your video of you building the Hippie Fuzz and everything, it was bringing so many memories back. And the way you're set up and everything, it's the same setup I had when I was in school, when I was studying and everything. You know, with the Dremel, like, you know, when I was watching you like drill out the board, I'm like, it brought back memories of when we were doing our projects in school and we had to drill out the boards that we etched out and everything. When you're etching your board and stuff, I noticed you're just using the solution with a covering. You're not putting it under black light. Because in the old days, I remember I used to have to put it under black light and stuff to get.
No one's ever told me that.
No. It doesn't. I think because the methods have changed over time. They're a
Oh,
little bit
yeah,
different.
no, I don't know. It could be a
Valerie's
thing.
using
I
an
just know
artistic
from.
etching method. Yeah, yours would be the design or art method of doing etching on. That's exactly what you'd think to do. This black light thing, I think, is one of these kind of like fancy spancy kind of electronics things that the artists don't know about.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, I'm kind of making it up as I go, that part, because I've never done that with anyone else. Like, I've never. I just did it from like reading books from the 70s. So, especially the ferric chloride. But the way I'm doing it right now is using a vinyl resist, and you just can't. The ferric cannot get past it. So I just soak the hell out of it till it's all gone. There's no copper trace.
Yeah.
And I make pretty thick traces, so it's.
Well, that's what I was reading, because I was the other night when I was looking it up with Ian. I was looking, because I use Abra Electronics. There's a store here in Montreal, and there's a store in New York. And I was checking, and the ferrite chloride and everything, and they have the same thing as you, where you can cover it. I'm like, oh shit, you don't have to dunk it inside the acid bath and put it under black light and all that stuff and everything. You can just like. You can just like brush it on and it'll come off. Basically, it's pretty cool, So, because that's part of the reason I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like having an acid bath in here and everything, before with the kids and the dog.
Well, I will say that I rent a space to have to have my ferric chloride that's not in my house, because it was in my house for the first 5 years, and so just for the last 6 months, it's been.
So is your little studio that you talk about, your little hidden away spot? Is that is that an actual storefront, or is it just a little place where you just rent to do your extracurricular stuff?
It could be a storefront, but I don't have. I'm just working there really. I like to have the space too.
Yeah.
But it's just down the road here on the edge town. I'm in Boulder, Colorado, and it's just right against the mountain, and it's in an artist community of small businesses, and so in my building there's like a tattoo artist, a graphic designer, a shipping company, a guy doing screen printing, a guy I think lives in one of them, not supposed to. There's some woodworking, a lot of car shops, and a lot of artists. And they have like the first Friday of each month they have an art show where everyone opens up their studio and shows their art and people walk around, and I haven't done that yet, but it's something that maybe I will have the balls to do one day. But
yeah, well, it sounds like you. Well, I'm pretty sure if I mean, like I was asking, it's like depends on how far you really want to go with your pedal situation and how much of a business you really want to turn it into, to where it sustains itself. Then
I guess I'm just not there yet mentally with trying to make it a business as much as just trying to make something I really like, that I'm proud of, and that sounds cool and is a better use of my time than being bitched at by angry people.
Yeah.
Whilst you're
what did you used to do before?
It doesn't go down well, does it?
Oh, say it again, Ian.
So whilst you're being expected to make them richer, that never goes down well, does it?
Pretty much. So yeah, I worked at the university before.
Okay.
And it was and then coming back from the pandemic, like we finally came back into being in person, and it was just a lot different than before, the whole atmosphere, and I rage quit, like I said before, and and so trying something new, and it's going pretty good. I've been, especially the last like 2 weeks, finally started to feel less crazy.
No recommendation for you.
Yeah. No. So we'll see. Well, just seeing how long this works until I have to get a real job.
Yeah. Well, I think the only one of the only good things is about worker appreciation and stuff. Companies, people are being valued as employees. I don't think it's because they want to, but it's because they have to. It's like nobody really wants to work because they don't have to, because they got a disease out there trying to kill everybody, or a virus or whatnot. So it's like, well, why even work, man? I mean, we're getting government subsidies left and right from everybody else, so why work if I don't have to? And if I do have to work, you're going to pay me, buddy, because I know nobody else wants to work here in a fast food place where everybody's just like, safety is minimal, if that. So it's like, yeah, I think that's about the only good thing that came out of it, is that people were finally getting one up on the boss as far as wages and stuff. So
That's true. And I've met a lot of people recently that like really love their jobs, like really like what they do, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to enjoy my life.
It's not like working at all, is it?
That would be
Yeah.
awesome if I liked what I do. So I'm trying it. We'll see how it works. But
Well, that's what they used to. There's a saying over here that if you enjoy your work, then you never work a day in your life, which I think is true.
I heard Timothy B. Schmidt say that, basically. I remember when the Hell Freezes Over came out and everything, and they were getting ready to go on tour, he grabs his bass case and everything. He's like, I love my work. It's not work at all. He said basically exactly what you said, basically. So
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I wish I was in that situation. I like to eat, so I
Everybody
work.
does.
yeah, we like to eat a little too much, right,
I
Francis?
know.
I was going to say, you'll end up as thin as me if you do it Valerie's way. This is the
I'll
problem.
get in
Valerie,
shape
you
if I
got to
stop
tell us your
working.
trick, man, because
oh yeah, you can
hippies.
watch I have a video about how I lost weight because
I
I used
saw
to weigh
that, I
twice as
did.
much as I weigh right
I
now.
watched a good portion of
uh,
your videos.
yeah,
I'm pretty
It
sure I
is
watched that one too.
inspirational. Yeah.
And so yeah, I've recorded more of those, but I haven't put them out because I don't know. I got a
lost
little
the weight.
overwhelmed with making them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're because they're it's personal and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's really important to me too because I felt I couldn't do this before because I was just in a lot of pain and I just didn't function very well. And I got to the point where I physically couldn't get to work. I couldn't walk. I couldn't. I was having a lot of mobility issues. So that turned that all around and feeling a lot better. And
Yeah.
so that part feels
Right
like a
on.
success.
Yeah, I just gotta change my whole damn mindset and come up with a whole different routine. But my thing is,
I
live
gotta
in
say,
Alaska.
it's not that. It's just little. You just have to make tiny little changes
Yeah, that's what
over
I mean.
a long period of time. Just
Yeah.
tiny little
Yeah,
changes.
there's no quick fix.
No quick. It's just,
Yeah.
but you gotta stick with it for a while. But just the smaller the change, the easier it is to stick with it.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's more about like being able to stay with it for the long term than about doing anything like whole hog, like just
Yeah.
half hog.
Well, with isolation and living in Alaska and being by myself and having a lack of transportation plus being disabled and shit, I got a trifecta of things I could bitch about and plenty
It's
of
hard.
excuses and stuff, but those are just the facts. I don't have this, I don't have that. I don't have the opportunity to do what a lot of other people do, or just to get out. Hey, I want to go to a gym. Hippie can't just go to a gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
have to
I
go
didn't
out in the
go. I
yard.
didn't work out at all or go to the gym at all to lose weight because I could not.
Yeah.
I was unable. So it really can be done with just eating a little bit less every day.
Yeah,
Just a little
that's
bit
my
less
issue.
every day. Like 100
Food's my
calories,
buddy right now.
200
It's-
calories. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Food's my buddy right now.
I hear you. I love food.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is my problem. Is I'm from like Texas and we country fry
Mamsie.
everything.
What's
Yeah,
up,
it's gravy.
Mamsie? Boy, say
Everything's
hi to
deep fried
Mamsie
and smothered
Grams
in
over there.
chocolate.
Yeah, Mamsie. Hey, Admiral. Yes. How you doing, Captain? We're actually with. I don't know if you saw G-Mayor here earlier. I'm going to be a guest in their show. They have this new channel called Groove Trek, where they're doing like Star Trek type stuff, all green screen, kind of like our Dead Jazz Society stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to appear in episode 2. I'm going to be the Admiral. This is the background that I used for it. I'm in Starfleet outfit basically, and I'm saying some lines there in the show. It's
love that.
Icy Monkeys is in it too and everything. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Is he the one that started it or something like that? Is he still doing his Groove Cat thing or whatever
Well,
it was
it's
called?
Groove Trek. That's what they're doing
Groove
right now.
Trek.
They did the episode 1. I think they're gonna do about a dozen of them maybe.
Groove Monkey.
Well, Icy Monkeys is doing it with Captain G. Captain. No, not Captain G. May. Camp G. May is his channel,
and Mamsie
with
Graham.
Mamsie,
Yeah.
basically,
And there's a couple of girls that come in and do acting and stuff with them as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm going to be a
Take care,
guest
Bress.
in that show basically, and we might have the Dead Jazz Society do a crossover with them. We may become in our own ship. You never know what's going to happen.
Never
Fly
forget,
into a
we
battle
beamed
of
out of the
guitars or
coffee
something.
shop.
The dog paw would probably like that. He should go check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is cool. I was really excited how that compared. And I really liked hearing you play, Jeff. I've been waiting for that for a while.
If that's what you call it.
That sounded awesome.
I just play what I learned on tabs, man. I do need to practice a hell of a lot more. I gotta find a routine in that. That might be my new pick up the guitar instead of picking up a plate of food or something like that, you know. Instead of doing that, just find something that helps me get in the groove of learning something different on guitar. Because I walk on crutches because I'm an amputee. My hands are stiff little bricks. Being able to do the widdly widdlies, it's not out of the question. I can probably do some chromatic runs and some blues licks once I get them under my fingers. But it's the rhythm playing that's more my speed, and the slow, drony, doom, sludge, desert rock kind of thing is more my vibe as a guitar player. It's what I like. So that seems to be a lot easier to learn than just, I can't get my fingers into a bar chord, or anything like that. I can, but to hold it there and get them there, and you got these little fat crevices and stuff they highlight themselves over the string, so it's like they won't mute the string. So then you got to take your chubby little finger and flatten it out like that so that you get some meat on the thing without the little fat grooves sticking out. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, or you have to lean your finger all the way over on the side like this so you can get this part of the meat of the finger on there instead of this part. When you're doing like your bar chords like this, you just turn your hand a little bit or this way to get more of your finger on it. But yeah, I noticed you see the little fat cavities you got from knuckle to knuckle to knuckle? Strings get caught in those grooves and then they won't mute. Now, when you had chubbier fingers, when you were a little heavier,
I probably did have chubbier fingers.
Yeah.
You know what I had? Fat feet. I lost
Fat feet?
2 foot shoe sizes. I had to
You
buy
did?
all new shoes.
Right
2
on.
shoe sizes.
Well, I imagine
That's
just
crazy.
about everything, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know I had no idea that my feet were fat. No clue. I would not
yeah.
have known.
Yeah.
Not aware of this.
Yeah. Well, I quit smoking in 2012, and over about a 3-year period, I gained about 60 pounds. And then just being used to that weight for a couple of years, it's like, oh, well, I guess this is where I'm going to be at and stuff. But then I noticed I started eating, incrementally more, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there, and then a little bit smaller increments. And then I'd eat more bread when I sat down. I'd drink more milk. I'd eat more fatty stuff. I'd always put like an extra, I put something in the pan and intend to cook it, and it's like, screw it a little more. Screw it a little more. Screw it a little more. Next thing you know, I had a big-ass pan of vegetables with sausage in it and stuff, and that was my whole dinner. And if it took me 2 hours to eat it, I'd sit here and have it for 2 hours, play video games, do nothing, sit on my ass, and just get fatter. So I just got to break that chain. And now that summer's coming around and stuff, hopefully I can get up off my butt more and get out and do things and stuff. But then again, too,
I do have to hate to say this because it's going to spark off an argument in the chat, but you could try lighter gauge strings.
yeah, for what?
I was thinking that too. Like
To
my
stop-
strings
to
are so
stop your
light, I
strings
don't have that
resisting
problem.
The pressure to fret them. because
Yeah.
that's really all it is. It's just
Yeah,
the
well, I'm
pressure
using
of
tens
making
on. I'm using tens on most. Well, this one has tens on it. This is my baritone. I actually find it easier to mute bigger, fatter strings than I do the lighter gauge strings. Lighter gauge strings are the ones that slip right underneath them fat cracks in my fingers.
Oh right, you mean I see. Because okay, you mean the actual indentation?
In
Yeah,
the
probably
indentation.
heavy
Yeah,
gauge strings would do
when
it.
I try to do that on the strings, my fat grooves fall right into valleys
I
of
keep
the.
telling you, you need to play
That's-
bass.
You know, also, like, I play it on this side of my finger, not on this side. I bar it
That's what
on
I
the
find I
side.
have to do. I have to
I
learn
bar
to
the
roll
side,
it.
not the flat part.
Yeah, I have to learn to roll it over that way so it helps mute.
Yeah,
But
I bar,
my fingers
I bar
are
the
still-
side of my finger.
My fingers are still so cramped that when I do that, Valerie, I can't get my fingers to do the downward stuff and the press in because I'm leaning off of it. So I just
That's
gotta
true.
like.
I also
I
have
noticed
a
that
very
a lot of-
small neck.
You can tell a long time guitar player, because this finger, no matter what, will start spinning out. It'll start turning
Mine
out
is
like
this
that.
one. My flip off finger is faced off.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell a guitar player because their this finger right
They
here.
deform.
Mine's this
Fingers are
one.
crooked, man. Yeah.
Yeah. See? I told you,
It's
bro.
both hands, though.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's this
true.
one.
And also they've
On the
got
left
that
hand,
muscle
if a
there.
right, you can tell. You look at the left or the right hand. One of the this little finger here, the ring finger, will be bent out like this.
Or this one.
Both
Yeah.
guys, huh?
Depending on how you bar up your chords, and like when you do your C chords, this thing is always pushing this finger down and out like that. So your finger's like going weird.
How do you
So
play
it's
a C
like,
chord?
yeah, but that finger, your ring finger, when you do the C chord, it pushes it out.
Do you have your pinky in the chord too, or are you playing
No,
it without
just
the?
the just
put
the
that
ring
pinky in
finger.
there. Put that pinky in there.
Do the G.
Hit that E string. Fill out that chord.
No.
Play the whole
Play the
chord.
G.
But you see, now a lot of people are looking at their hands and they're seeing that this finger is going this way. It's bent out. It's like, it's like this.
What
But
we
that's,
do
You know what I
for
mean?
art.
that's why that's a good exercise. If you do that and swap them over, that's why that's.
No,
a
it's in
good
the knuckle
exercise.
joint. Your whole finger becomes
No, but
deformed
no,
because
seriously, this will give you
you're pressed.
flexibility on the twist of your finger as well. Because if you look at my fretting fingers, they're not actually that distorted. They're not out of shape, right? And that's one of the exercises you do.
Yeah, well, some people get affected differently, and you play differently than a lot of people too do, Ian. I don't know if it's because of
I play like a pop
I don't-
singer. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, man, is bent. Yeah, she's laughing, like seeing her music. I don't know.
It's because somebody said, oh, where is it?
Who's laughing?
Mike Shaner said, I can bar with my ... never mind. Feel like that was the naughty comment.
Michael. So then,
Right. We are disappointed. So,
Yes, Thomas, they certainly did. Yeah, that was.
So we have-
Get out of that without moving.
right on.
Mike Sheen. Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Bye,
why you
Bobby.
can never see
No.
my ears, Boomer.
Bobby,
Because
take care,
I'm
bro.
bald.
Take care, man.
awesome. Can't believe so many awesome people were here. Oop, 3-second timeout. Ha.
We gotta put him in timeout.
We don't know how to do that, do we?
We do,
Yeah, I
but-
did.
Seems like you have to click stuff.
Yeah,
Is it
you
worth
do.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And you have to
300
make sure
it's
you
not
hit the
3
right
seconds,
person in the
it's
chat, and we've made that
300
mistake too.
seconds. So
Yeah, it's
Oh,
5
it's
minutes.
300 seconds. That's a long time. We'll be
Yeah,
done
get
by
burned
then.
for 5 minutes. Yeah.
They figured trolls will get bored. You know, that's,
they keep coming back though.
yeah, that's like, but they have no idea how.
I haven't had a
insidiously
troll for a
possible.
couple shows, man. We're doing pretty good.
I'm gonna knock on wood, but I haven't had a troll yet.
I don't know.
It's good.
What, live? You never had like a bot come in and
I
like-
am a bot, first of all.
Yeah, but a bot to the bot.
The bad bot.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Though I do think that's why I'll get 15 subscribers in one day, but then the next day I will lose 25 subscribers. I think that's spam bot somehow.
No.
I don't think people are
You've been
like
gaining on a regular
getting
basis.
me that mad. Well, I gain, but then I drop off just about as. It's like this, like anything.
Yeah.
But it's getting
Yeah.
more.
Bots look like that kind of Valerie, and then they have like a dot
Comments.
something else
Yeah.
after them. So
Mm-hmm.
they may have a regular name, and then like Valerie Bot, and then they'll leave something like that in the comments with an off or a
I haven't
lowercase
seen
word.
it yet. But I mean, also, I don't know.
There we go.
have
Gary's
as
very
many
good at
people.
being. Acting
Oh,
like a
Gary,
Yeah.
you're cool.
Yeah.
I should put them in timeout. They don't want to come on live and stuff. Where'd I go, man?
Wow.
Gary, I'm going to send you the tracking number for the shirt, bro. It left.
Like, you got Gary a shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool beans.
Oh.
Valerie, if you have a specific original song you would like played tomorrow, please send me a link and I'll get it on the show.
You're awesome. You played me like every show. I worry people are getting tired of me.
Well, we don't
get
have
tired
enough-
of me, people.
No, we
need
don't have enough females on the show, so I definitely need female players of all types, singers, guitar players.
It makes me
whatever
sound
you-
like I need to do it and look good.
I
No,
think
you
you've got
look as
20
good as you
people
want.
watching right now, and that kind of is somewhat a testament to that we're not bored with you yet. You've got quite a
Yeah.
few more songs, and anyway, hearing a good song, that's okay. You can do that on multiple times. You don't have to
Yeah.
limit yourself. But
And I also need one for Sunday, man, and that goes for you two guys too. I need one for Friday and Sunday.
all
I'm
right.
kind of going off my.
Well, Friday you have the one that we did, me, Ian, and Bob.
Yeah, I got that
Oh
one.
right,
premiering
that's
that one.
yes, good premiere.
Yeah, stay tuned Friday, Valerie, if you can. What time will that be? You're 2 out. You're
It's
what?
right
2
after
hours
my
ahead of me.
show. Yeah, so my show is 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and yours is 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have my list done as far as that, so I can catch your show tomorrow. Because I've been missing the last couple because I have to. If people don't send me requests or this or that, or I don't see enough new music out there, I gotta sit and wait for people to put out their links and stuff like that in my main page. Or if they don't send it to me, then I gotta go around at the last minute, the last 4 or 5 hours before the show, looking for people that actually put out stuff that they may or may not have requested to have play, or this or that, or that I'm allowed to play, but I just don't. Nobody really asked to have their stuff played. So sometimes it's a little fight to get. I have about 13 Euro tracks so far, but I need at least 10 more US tracks for Friday. So whatever I find tonight, and after we're done here, and then tomorrow morning, yeah, then we'll get that out. But yeah, we'll try to get up and catch your show tomorrow. Boom.
I have to answer Mike Shaner here. At our age, all the good ones are taken.
Yeah.
Aren't they in our video? Tomorrow's premiering video?
I don't know whether they're single ladies or not. I
No,
really
I don't know.
have no idea. I never asked. Didn't come up.
Thomas says, I am bot Tom.
Oh, man. Hi, Mr. Smith.
Man, guys, check out Valerie. Are you and Violet having something going on?
We're going to, but we're in talks.
You're in talks. Yeah,
Meaning I probably owe her an email. Like, you have to look.
yeah. I'm single but don't date. I don't blame you, man. I'm single, don't date either, man. But yeah. You Caldwell. Hey, you Caldwell, send me a song for tomorrow, bro. I need
Is
something
tomorrow's
from you.
originals only? For
Yeah,
Friday?
Fridays are always all original, and Sunday is a mix of both. And I want to have I know you said you had some friends. Are they YouTube friends or are they just life friends that live in Colorado that perform?
Both. Well, I have one girl. I'm texting her right now. I'm like, you should do this tomorrow. Um, so
Yeah, she
I
has an
have a
original
lot of
song
friends.
she
I've,
wants
I've got a
played.
lot of song school friends. There's a little song school up the street here we all go to every summer. And there's actually a huge music community here in Boulder, Colorado.
Right on.
A ton of music going on, ton of musicians. I'm like the worst one.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, there's really high quality musicians everywhere you turn.
Oh, shut up.
So,
You're fantastic.
I can admit I
well,
suck
I mean,
at
but
guitar
here,
because
it's
I
just
need
like where you're at.
practice,
If-
yeah,
the quality here is like top notch. So,
yeah.
yeah, no, I have a couple friends, and I just totally spaced on asking them. But I'll do that. I'll have them email you.
Yeah,
And
just
everybody
send-
in the comments, put your songs out there.
Yeah. If you guys have original music you want played tomorrow, especially U.S. people, drop me an email with the link and I'll get it on the show tomorrow. If you're from Europe, anywhere in Europe, you call well if you have something new out, even if it's old, tomorrow and this weekend, because it's my 100th celebration of my Hippies Musicians Montage. I'm slacking off on all the new stuff, so I don't want to overburden myself with more than 40 people per show. But if you guys can get something in that you want played or is relatively new, especially stuff in February that I didn't get around to even looking at because I wasn't even here looking at music and stuff. So if you have something old from February that you want to get on the show tomorrow, put it up there for me and I'll get it on the show. Especially if it's original. Right on. Russ, welcome, bro. Russ, if you have one of your new songs you want put on the show, please send me a link to one of your songs on your new album, and I'll get it out. Russ got a new album out called Moonworks. He just premiered it over on Jade Star's channel tonight, man. So if you guys want to check that out, go over and support Jade's channel and listen to Russ's new album, Moonworks.
Great
You guys
title.
can check that out, too. Good stuff. Mr. Smith, welcome. Gary Hubbs, what's up, man?
Mr. Smith, send a track.
Yeah, right on. Anybody that has original music, and if you are a sponsor and you have something you want played, you need to send me an email and let me know what you want played, and we'll get that out to you. Well, it's 2:26. We're in 2 hours and 26 in. We're going to end this here at 2:30 here, I guess. So that'll be a watchable video for anybody. Valerie, any last whatevers you want to put out there to the community? Let people know what's going on?
No, I just appreciate everybody's support and encouragement. It's really awesome, and for hanging out and listening to my pedal. And please, get in touch if you want to pedal or want to just chat, talk about pedals,
Right on.
or if you want to do some collaborations or something. We're just starting there.
Right on. So you're open to collaborations with people in the community and stuff, seeing what you can come up with?
Yeah, I try to do one with Tobias, and I'm talking to Violet about doing one. And I guess I did one before I even met you guys that I didn't really know I did because Leroy did it. But I did a song and then Leroy's musical journey. Oh, that's what you should play. Play Leroy's. It's on Leroy's channel, and it's Lost in Conversation on Leroy's channel.
All right. He's a channel sponsor, so I'll put
It's
that
not
in
my-
his
yeah.
slot.
But don't. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. He had.
What?
Don't put it in his spot because he has good songs too that he just made.
Oh, yeah, but
But
I
that
mean,
one is mine.
yeah.
Hey, Zach's here.
Zach.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach. What's up, bro? Right on. You Caldwell, send me a link. Russ, send me a link. Anybody that lives outside the United States that has original music, send me a link for Friday. Boom. But Francis, any parting words, man? You got anything coming up? What's going on? What's going on?
There's lots of stuff in the works right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of projects. We got the I guess we've said it already before. We got the house band project that's on its way to being completed. We got a Dead Jazz project.
Well, you got something coming up Friday. What do you got to say about that?
Stay tuned on Friday to watch that, man. It's fun, man.
Right on.
We did a
That's
cool
with Bobby.
collaboration with Bobby Lopes. Ian and I
yeah,
with
Bobby
with
Lopes.
Bobby, and it was lots of fun, man. And Bobby, he's a fantastic drummer.
You may have to be like this, Valerie, when you're watching it.
Yeah, we hope. We
Yeah.
hope.
We apologise in advance.
We
for the females
apologize to the
in
ladies in
audience.
advance. I'm
Because
sure the guys will
unfortunately,
enjoy
you've got to
the-
look
the-
at
the-
us,
the-
you know, but the guys will have something
Oh.
else to look at.
You don't know me. You don't know what I enjoy.
Right on.
but,
It's
yeah,
very
no,
tasteful. So,
You know, it's not terrible. I mean, you know, it's rock and roll, man. You know, I mean, but yeah.
Rock and
It's
roll.
filth. No, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
You guys
was
did a
fun.
good job on
It
that.
was fun. I mean, I think it's
Yeah,
one
it
of the
was fun.
better green screen videos that I've worked on. One of the better ones, I think.
Did you stick with
improving
that? Did you stick with that plate that you made the other night? Did you stick with that?
myself. The thumbnail you're talking about?
Yeah.
The last one that I did, yeah. And I sent it
Yeah.
to Ian and Bobby. It's the one you saw. Yeah, I made it with you.
yeah, it's already uploaded on my.
Yeah.
But
Right
the
on.
video's
Wait.
private because we were not going to release it until Friday. So
Well, that's it. Yeah, we're waiting for it to play.
Yeah. Well, they'll be premiering at the top of the show on Friday, so
No, that's
you guys
perfect
got to.
because it's perfect because I'm off tomorrow, and actually we're going to celebrate Tina's birthday because last week we couldn't, so we're going for supper. But if you're doing it at the beginning of the show, I'll be there at the beginning of the show. I just won't be there afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll be having
Well, it's
supper.
gonna be. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be. You guys are gonna be premiering at the top of the show, so yeah.
Yeah, other
Mike
than that-
Shaner, if you have a tune you want played, please send me one for Friday, original, and we'll get that on there too, man. So don't be bashful.
Other
Just
than
remember.
that, though, you were asking what I have to say. I gotta say that I'm impressed with Valerie there and the pedals and everything. Like your music is awesome, but your pedal, I really enjoyed watching the videos of you making the pedals and everything, and it's
Right
like
on.
you have some nice circuits. I like the way you explain it because I'll be honest with you. If my teachers had explained to me the circuits the way you were explaining it there, I probably would understand. I would have understood it like that there when I was learning.
Thank
so
you.
You're very good with it. So I no, absolutely fantastic. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I really
You got my
appreciate
support, 100%.
I don't know.
that. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Ian, any parting words? What do you got going on? What's up? What's up? What's up?
pretty much the same as as Francis. There's a few other things. I've got another one coming up with Cliff at some point with the Amateurs, which I keep thinking is like the 6th or 7th song, and it's like I think it's the 10th or 11th song we've done together. We've done a huge amount actually, and he keeps sending these tracks over, which are kind of interesting to interpret. So I keep, and they're really good. So that I've got that. I don't know when that one's going to be. I mean, I've only just sent off the vocal stuff, so there's some stuff in the works there. There's other stuff with Mr. Back from Doing Time, which I'm going to start looking at fairly soon. But mostly, I mean, we've been doing the house band stuff, the thing with Bobby. Then we've got a Dead Jazz Society song coming out, and we've got maybe doing a bit of a kind of collab with the Groove Trek crowd and see what because that looks like great, huge fun. But other than
We may have
other
to
than that, I'm
cast a
twiddling my
couple of.
thumbs.
We may have to cast a couple of
We
members
may,
of our community to play certain parts on our
Yeah.
starship because we may need some people, maybe even some people with like Scottish accents or other stuff. Who knows? Like it's possible.
could
You
be,
never know.
Yeah.
Is this
You call
original
up.
or next gen?
It's a mixture of whatever.
Like, can I be Deanna Troy? Because that's just my
it's
dream.
highly influenced by.
Oh yeah, you make a good Deanna, man. Get a nice little bun going up there.
If I could get that jumpsuit, thank you.
Right on.
Yep. So now all we need is a 7 of 9. Any offers? Anyway.
Ooh.
We've got Deanna Troy. We need a 7 of 9.
No one's brave enough to wear that one.
I think Lori would try.
So
Yeah, she looked good in it. There you go.
we've
All right.
tried to convince Laurie to sort of to get involved in as various characters, and I think maybe who knows, we've yet to see. So let's see what's going to happen. But other than that, it's I dumped all my original stuff out in one foul swoop, so I kind of have nothing else to talk about right now. So
But for those of you that want to listen, go check out Ian's album. He released it
go
a week ago.
go and check
Just
out
go
the
listen
album.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a whole
Yeah,
album.
Ian,
if
send me
you
an
like.
original off your new album. You want
I just
played,
did
too.
about 3 seconds ago, so it should probably
Right
go
on.
through to you.
Right on.
And I think Mooney sent you also from his
Yeah.
album that he released. Also, he sent you one of the.
Yeah, I
tracks.
got him. He's already online and stuff. Valerie, any parting words or anything?
Come hang out tomorrow with me on my channel for about 45 minutes right before Hippie Show. I start the hour before Hippie Show over at Valerie Bhat Music. I'm going to play songs in open tuning on my little acoustic Martin.
Right on. You going to be singing originals or a mix of both?
A mix of both. A lot of Dylan and a lot of originals. And
So what's your
Yeah.
next, I mean, you've been doing a lot of Lou Reed and a few other people, Dylan. Who's your next folky person you want to get up in line to maybe do a few covers of or something?
well, I got another Dylan coming out next week, but then after that, guess what? More Dylan. But I'm trying to do it with electric. So electric guitar Dylan is going to be hopefully in 2 more weeks.
Right on. And yeah, we'll be doing a whale show this week. I hope if we can get enough participants. I know Violet's wanted to get on with the by Euro whale, but I didn't have enough people to commit in time. People have to commit to this about by Wednesday, that Wednesday for the next show. So by Wednesday or Thursday before the whale show on that coming Tuesday, we need to be in touch with you. We need to have people committed to that going live for the whale show at least by Wednesday or Thursday. That way we have all the weekend to get you in and get you sound checked to make sure you actually work with what we're doing over here on StreamYards. And then on Tuesday, an hour before the show, we want you to come in a little bit early to make sure your stuff is still set and ready to go. But if you want to come on and you want to perform live, you need to let me know at least by the Wednesday before or like right after the next show. So the Wednesday right after each whale show, I need to know people that want to come on and perform live for that show. Tomorrow is the 907 Global Music Co-op, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That starts with the Euro tracks and then ends up with the U.S. tracks. And Sunday is my 100th anniversary of the Hippies Musicians Montage. Boom, where it all started pretty much. And you're all invited to hang out there. There is a contest that you could win some money on, but if you go back and watch Hippies Musicians Montage number 99 and watch at about an hour, from the hour mark on, you'll learn a secret word you have to send me, and you could win $100 or an awesome t-shirt from a couple hip, slick, and cool vendors that I use here on the Metal Head Hippie channel. But other than that, Valerie,
Thank you
My
so much.
plant.
I appreciate you, Jeff.
I appreciate you, man. Good pal.
Glad you're rocking out.
Right on, man. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, please go back and watch the video and watch me attempt to make this thing sound good. And it does sound pretty good in spite of my playing. And I really dig it, man. Got my own mug on it. Right on. The hippie fuzz pal. Boom.
You kind of look like
So-
Jesus.
Oh, shut up.
That's what we're saying.
I'm
You
aware.
guys are nuts, man.
I saw
Ian, you
that.
want to give a roll call, a rundown of who's in here and chat, and then we'll say our goodbyes, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've got, let's read it from the top. We've got Hugh Caldwell. We've got Frankie, Guitar Shocker. We've got Mr. Smith, L'Reality. I'm probably saying that wrong. Leela. Hi. Boomer Bass Meme, Thomas Purcell, Zach Thong. Got Paddy Pedal Room. Jade Star, Mike Shaner Music, Epiphonium. Fayana Ruman, who popped in, I think, hopefully she's still there. Epiphonium, I said Epiphonium, scroll back, let's do it this way. My computer's freezing up as usual when I try and look at the participants. I think I got everybody. Boomer Bass Me, I think I said.
Thomas Purcell.
Thomas
yeah.
Purcell, yeah.
Mike Shaner.
Mike Shaner, yeah. Mr. Smith, Zach Thong,
Everybody
Guitar
left.
Shocker.
Epi. Gary.
Epiphonium, yeah.
Hubs.
Yeah, that's the-
Russ.
See you
that's-
tomorrow.
That's the problem
Right
with
on.
participants. If you don't speak for 5 minutes, it takes you off the list.
Aw.
Guys, get your Thomas, take care, man. Guys, get your request in for Friday. Friday is all original. If you have original music, if you're from Europe or the U.S., I need your request sent to my email, metalheadhippie@yahoo.com. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to see all you guys there for Hippies Musicians Montage 100th episode, man. 2 years of spinning your music and building this awesome, awesome community we have here, man. So for Valerie, Francis, Ian, good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Love, peace, hippie grease. Be cool, be kind.
Boom.
But be safe, man. Good night, people.
Yeah.